Let me in. It's so disorienting. Okay, am I safe now? I'm safe, right? Where's the Ark? Why did I hear like an eagle sound? Then again, I heard that the eagle sound you usually hear in media and movies and TV is not actually made by eagle, because real eagle sounds sound really stupid.
This has to be Phi, right? Hope the Ark made it here in one piece.
Real eagle sounds they sound really stupid, so then they used like a different bird to make that stock sound that we know is an eagle sound. Is this a healing thing? Yeah, Catherine, wait till you hear what we did. We've killed the last remaining human, and we destroyed the WoW, and then a giant sea squid tried to eat me, and then Ross got swallowed up. Beautiful. Can I get a healing? Okay, well, this is where Catherine goes. Can I get a heal? Oh great, I'm gonna have to dock her and then escape from some creature while I do some task. Aren't I?
Chris, what the hell happened to your arm?
It's complicated. I just need to know one thing. I'll have both my arms in the Ark, right?
Yes, of course. Are you okay though? Can you do stuff?
Yeah. Let's just get this over with.
Did you find the Ark?
I did, but I kinda lost it on my way here on an automated tram thing headed to Phi. So it should be around somewhere.
That's great. Let's go get it.
Catherine, do you want to talk? Can I talk?
Alright, Phi is up and running.
Hey Catherine, fine, don't talk to me.
Did you find out what happened to the Ark team?
Not really. For some reason they didn't go through with the launch, so they took the Ark back to Tau.
I hope everything's okay with the space gun.
Yeah, I doubt I'll be able to repair one of those.
Okay, I'm looking at the map just to figure out where I'm going. Hey Meteorite, welcome to the stream.
A satellite is loaded into a shell. The shell is accelerated by electromagnets along the barrel. Enough momentum to escape Earth's gravity is gained before progression. Reaching space, the satellite will shed the shell and unfold. Onboard thrusters settle the satellite into an orbit.
Well, that's cute. Who spent the time to create an animation down here in the ocean? They must have been bored, I guess. I know. I'm there. So I need to go there. After 10 years of impeccable operation, the Omega space gun was shut down, but it took an apocalypse to be made redundant. Vic Auclair.
This feels like the longest day of my life. Has it just been one day?
Okay, so this is where I
have
go
no idea.
after.
Our time together is a confusing patchwork of moments to me.
What time is it then? What day?
It's May 11th, 2104, 3:30 a.m., but I don't remember when we started.
Oh, there's probably a creature here too. Oh, you're right. That is your birthday, Kira, and it's May 11th.
You know,
Happy birthday!
I woke up in my bed today. It just happens to have happened 100 years ago.
Sounds like a riddle.
It does. I woke up in my bed today, 100 years ago. Who am I?
Look at he's using the stump
Who am I?
on the ladder. Well, Kieran, something to look forward to. Over 100 years from now on your birthday, it will be the last day of humanity as we know it. Are you Mr. Soma?
It's crazy to think where I am. Not only is this the future, it's in the middle of the sea. I know nothing of this time or what the world looks like.
Not much to brag about now. Before the comet, I guess it was okay.
Yeah, better not oversell it. Might change my mind about the Ark.
You seriously not gonna tell me what happened to your arm?
I had to make a quick stop at Site Alpha to help kill the WoW.
What? How? Why?
Stop it from torturing the memory of humanity.
Okay, let's just get back to work.
What will you do when you get into the Ark? What's the first thing?
Make sure the Ark is safe, stabilize flight path, activate solar panels.
What's the first human thing you're gonna do?
Oh. Watch the clouds roll by? Does that count?
I'd say so.
Oh, healing thing.
What the hell are you doing?
I know it looks bad, but it makes me feel a lot better. Helps me focus.
That's the WoW you're hooking up to.
I need it, okay? I wouldn't have made it this far without it.
Let's just keep going.
How come this is our first conversation about me shoving my hand into these things, Catherine? I'm pretty sure I've done this a few times when you were around. Wait, no, there's a railing here too. Ah! There you are.
Alright, found the Ark.
Good job, Simon. Now we just need to find the assembly space so we can stuff the Ark into a shell.
So I'm guessing there's no creatures around here, right? So I can't... Well, I guess I can still sprint with the Ark. Well, that's fantastic. Is this the assembly site? Oh, I can't even stick the energy back in here. I think I gotta go down that hallway right there. Surely there's no monster here, right? You're not gonna attack me, right? Little guy holding the entire fate of humanity in my hands.
I think I found the assembly space.
What do you see?
It's like a huge open shell, a bullet ready to be loaded.
That's great. All prepared for the Ark.
On it.
Should I close this? Oh.
Are you suggesting we keep it down here? Doesn't that defeat the whole purpose? Eternity among the stars, remember?
The people inside the Ark won't know the difference. We can just keep it down here, and we don't have to risk the Ark being shot through 5,000 meters of broken barrel, and then push through another 100,000 meters of a dust-filled atmosphere.
Will the casing stand all that pressure?
Well, the odds aren't great.
Catherine, say something.
I don't care what you think. I'm launching it.
No need to be like that. Let's just hang on to it for a while and think about it. We can launch it later.
No, that wasn't the deal. We made it to save them. To launch it. Out there, it's hope. Down here, it's a fucking terrarium waiting to die with the rest of us.
Come on, Catherine, it's not asking much. Let's just think about it before we risk the only hope humanity has to survive this hell.
No, we launch it today. This is my project, my Ark.
It's bigger than that. Don't you get it? It's not for you to decide. We're talking about the fate of mankind.
Get away from the Ark. I'm taking it.
No, you're not.
I'm not gonna let you ruin this.
No.
Stop it!
Guys, calm down!
Get away from me! No!
What did you do?
It was an accident.
Catherine, talk to me. Catherine.
Oh, God. Catherine,
Catherine.
Did you say something?
it's you. You had an accident.
What do you... Oh. You mean Catherine. Don't worry, it's better this way.
The wrench. Catherine. So the other guys thought that it would be better, it's safer just to keep the Ark down here, but if we keep it down here, it's gonna run out of power, right? In space, at least it has the solar panels, but unless they thought the WoW was gonna take care of it or something, but...
How did she die?
You got into a fight with your colleagues. They didn't want to risk launching the Ark. Thought it might not make it through the atmosphere.
They killed me?
I'm sure it was an accident. They were just trying to stop you from launching.
Oh gosh. Why are there
How did they kill
why are
me?
there flies down here?
Catherine,
I know I'm not an easy person to like. I just thought they trusted me.
come on, don't do this to yourself.
Sounds like Catherine was a very polarizing person. A lot of people didn't like her, probably just because of her project though. She didn't sound like she was actually antagonistic. Why are there flies down here? I mean, I guess there's like fly or maggot eggs like buried everywhere, so
Did you have friends in Toronto, Simon? Real friends?
There was some. Jesse, Sean, Kevin.
I always wanted a friend. Like a real one, someone you'd never hold back with.
I'll be your friend.
Oh, pity friendship? Now I feel even worse.
oh, I'll be your friend, Catherine. I already feel like I'm your friend.
Do you think the Ark will make it through the atmosphere and into space?
It almost doesn't matter anymore. We just need to
Is that
try.
it?
I'm really not that familiar with guns of any size. Oh, here we go. All systems say go.
Lock and load.
Contact up and we'll head out to the gun.
Farewell, Catherine. Thanks for all your hard work. I don't think they dragged her, did they? Oh, they did. Oh, they did. There's like a blood trail. So she wasn't killed there. But then, wait, but then why is the wrench over there too? Why'd they toss the wrench there? She was probably killed somewhere around here. Blood trail goes... Oh no, this cart was probably nearby. And then they wheeled the cart away. So they didn't drag her body, it's a cart. Not that it's that much better, but... At least Ross isn't haunting me anymore.
Now what?
Now we just need to get the shell into the gun and then, kaboom.
Aren't you forgetting something? How are you gonna get us on board the Ark? Don't we need to make another scan?
Oh, don't you worry. You don't operate something like the Omega space gun with your bare hands.
You mean it's a pilot seat? Like back at Omicron?
Yes, and we can use it to transfer you to the Ark while operating the gun. 2 birds and all that. Now, take the Omni tool and plug it in next to the seat and I'll guide you through the final steps.
Here we go. It's very clever. They make you put down the Omni tool at certain times to have Catherine lodged in. What I'm saying is, they make you plug in Catherine, so then you can't access these areas unless you have the Omni tool. So it prevents you from going to the next area without her. So it makes sense, like, logically from a game standpoint, but from a gameplay standpoint, it works too. Well, here we are. I'm surprised there wasn't a creature in this area. Okay, that creature at Omega, though, I'm pretty sure that creature he has a name. It's not just a generic creature, but I might have missed a couple lore logs in that building, because when I ran from it, I basically just beelined straight to the exit. I didn't take any detours. So, the last creature that we encountered, I can't remember his name. It was like a Japanese name, too. I was looking at the Soma wiki. It's like a Japanese scientist. Not gonna lie, you were scared Catherine would be the last creature. Oh my gosh, how horrifying would that be? The WoW reanimates her corpse and it comes chasing after us. But then again, we hardly, one of my complaints about this game is that we hardly get a good look at the creatures chasing us, which kind of makes them scarier. But there's like multiple creatures, so you kind of want to at least differentiate them, right? Well, there's the gun. Well, I guess we're here at the end. Aren't we? Catherine comes back as a giant deep-sea kraken. Gosh. She just becomes like Davy Jones. Here we are. At the end. Okay, I'm not gonna talk too much during this ending, because I want you guys to form your own conclusions and understand what's going on. So I'm not gonna talk too much until after the credits, because I don't want to ruin the experience for you. Because again, I've seen the ending, so I know.
Oh, I'll never get used to that.
Guess you won't have to. Not after this is over.
Right. Have a seat.
I love dentist chairs. Especially the fact that it's underwater, too. It's just unsettling. Here we go.
Comfortable?
As good as it's gonna get.
Okay, I'll activate the seat. You should be able to use the machines to load the bullet you assembled.
How do you operate this thing?
Don't know, I never tried this one. But pilot seats are notoriously easy to use, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Oh. What? I can only move... Wait. Oh. Oh, this is where you want it. Okay. It doesn't tell you how to control it, so it's just kind of like, figure out the controls yourself. How do I rotate it? Yeah, notoriously easy to use. I guess she was right? Question mark. How do I turn this thing? What? I didn't even... Okay. The thing is, when I move it, it also moves my camera. So moving my camera also moves the arc, so it feels really weird. How do I rotate this thing? Oh, it just... Okay, okay, whatever, I'll take it. It just did it automatically, okay.
There we go.
Okay, ready when you are. Just hit the button and we're off.
But we need to transfer our minds to the Ark.
We also need to make sure it launches at all, so I tied them to a single switch. Just push the button and we're off.
Okay, here we go. What could possibly go wrong? Electronics, brain scanning, underwater, last of humanity, giant squid monster. What could possibly
What are you waiting for?
go wrong?
Bracing myself.
Well, push the button when you're done.
I wonder if she says anything else if I just wait. Yeah, Catherine, we can trust you, right?
Yeah. It's just crazy thinking about what we're doing. Ditching Earth.
Boggles your mind, doesn't it?
Okay, guys, here's the ending. I'm gonna stop talking.
Here we go. No turning back.
Thank you, Simon.
Don't mention it.
It's an amazing thing you did. And I want you to know I appreciate it.
Time, 20 seconds.
What's the matter with the upload?
Just give it a second.
Thought you guys would have better bandwidth in the future.
Ten seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6.
You gotta be kidding me!
5, 4, 3,
Come on, load!
2.
Yes! Fuck yeah, we made it! Woo! I'm still here. I'm still here. Catherine? Catherine?
I'm here.
What the hell happened? What went wrong?
Nothing. They're out there, among the stars. We're here.
No. We were getting on the Ark. I saw it. It finished loading just before it launched.
Yeah, I saw.
Then why are we still here?
Simon, I can't keep telling you how it works. You won't listen. You know why we're here. You were copied onto the Ark. You just didn't carry over. You lost the coin toss. We both did. Just like Simon at Omicron, just like the man who died in Toronto 100 years ago.
No. This is bullshit. We came all this way. We launched the Ark.
I know it sucks, but our copies are up there. Catherine and Simon are both safe on the Ark. Be happy for them.
Are you crazy? We're gonna die down here with those fuckers living at large on a spaceship. They're not us. They're not us.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Simon. I'm proud of what we did. We made sure that something of the hundreds of thousands of years of human history survives, that something lives on.
No. Fuck this. Fuck this. Fuck you. Fuck you, Catherine. You lied. And I believed in you. I trusted you. You said we're getting on the fucking Ark.
Points with his stump.
You idiot! I didn't lie. I can't be responsible for your goddamn ignorance. You
Fuck! Catherine? Please don't leave me alone. Catherine? Catherine?
So what'd you think? Did you see it coming? It really does leave you with that empty feeling. Yeah, made the best of an awful situation, huh? Poor Simon. Poor Catherine. I don't even know which of them I'm feeling sorry for, because they're not even the originals either, right? I feel bad for the original Catherine, too, and the original Simon, and the Simon at Omicron. And now Simon's just stuck alone at the bottom of the ocean. By himself, all alone. Yeah, it's like conflict between the two different ideas of what makes yourself, right? Is it your memories? Which version of you, if there's a copy of you, where your body is, where your mind is? Those branching points where they copy their mind over and they start diverging. It's really fascinating. It's scarier than the actual like monsters and things in this game, which I think could have used a little bit of improvements, which is again why they added that safe mode that people were happy about later on, but I'm glad I played it in normal mode. Now there is a post-credit scene, so we're gonna wait for that. Oh, I'm playing.
Whoa. Is this... Did it work?
Why is the arc so cavey? Welcome. If you're reading this, you've successfully entered the Ark. This survey is designed to give the developers a better understanding of your subjective experience, now to improve your well-being. Please continue with the survey. How would you describe your physical condition? I feel normal. I feel invigorated, a better version. Oh, this is the same survey. Normal. How would you describe your mental condition? I feel normal, disconnected, altered, lost. Normal, disconnected. How would you describe your senses? As expected, more sensitive, blocked, lacking, as expected. How would you describe the sensation of your new condition? Pleasant. Let's be positive after that downer ending. If you're troubled by the fact you're no longer strictly human, well, I kinda wasn't human for a while anyways. I guess he mourns his previous existence a little. How do you perceive your new existence? Like a continuation, at least for this Simon. Yeah, it's making you reflect on the game. Well, for this Simon, it's a direct continuation. Do you think this new existence will be a life worth living? Maybe we can find a new sense of meaning in this world. Would you rather be removed from the project and accept death? No. Your answers have been saved. Thank you for participating. Thanks for calling Kirby, Lord. You expected more underwater cave spiders. Wouldn't it suck if the Ark was just an underwater world? Thanks for the sleeveless, Kieran. Well, I'm gonna sprint. It's taking too long.
Catherine?
Oh,
Catherine!
good. There's technology.
I can't believe we actually made it.
Well, we did.
I'm so relieved.
It's okay, Simon. Everything's all right now.
Wouldn't it suck if it just got hit by a meteor, like, right now? Is this Simon aware the Simon back on Earth didn't transfer? Judging by his naivete, he probably doesn't. He didn't get it the first time after we did it at Omicron. Unless Catherine tells him. Yeah, maybe he just didn't want to accept it. He probably had that little bit of hope. Especially back in Omicron, the one that he left behind fell asleep, and then we euthanized him. The one back at Phi was still awake afterwards. Yeah, it's that blissful ignorance, that nagging doubt. That can't be me because I'm me, right? So the title screen should have changed now. There we go. Now we have a full picture of Catherine. So what'd you guys think? Kieran says, games like this that explore the concept of death always make me sad because I'm the kind of person that's still kind of scared knowing one day we all just go, but at the same time, you want to try to make the most of what you have in lifetime and strive to live every day to the fullest. I could definitely... I could definitely relate to that. I used to think about this a lot, about what I would leave behind, what would happen if I just disappeared the next day. That's why, I mean, part of I love creating original characters and writing stories, and I want to make my own game someday with the story I want to tell. Part of that's because I want to leave something behind. At the same time, I guess VTubing and making videos and just chatting with you guys and having all these archived on VODs is kind of a similar thing. It's like leaving a piece of myself behind, and someone could look back and see, oh, this was the type of person Kiro was. But it really makes me think, right? I think I really like this game because, it's a horror game, but it's not just horror for the sake of horror, right? It's not just horror to make you scared and then nothing. It has a message behind it. It leaves you with an impression. It makes you think. It really makes you reflect on those things. I think the sound design in this game was really good. You could really hear, everything around you, all the environment. That really built up the tension, just hearing the creaking, the enemies walking around. There's even times where the enemies despawn or teleport away, but they still leave behind sounds, so it sounds like they're stalking you, so just to keep you on edge. I know that's part of the actual programming of this game too. The best horror games have a glimmer of hope somewhere at the end. Yeah, it's I like the taste it gave us. It gave us the downer ending, and then we had the credits to process it and say like, is that really where we're leaving off? And then they still gave us a nice scene at the end after the credits. So it was like a downer, but then it also shows you the other side of it. I think, you know, most of the time I don't really like games in first person, and most of them are like walking simulator horror games where I don't really like games where you just walk around and you read notes and that's how you piece together the story, but this game somehow does it differently. There's a lot of voice recordings, there's a lot of like different ways they do it, like some are written, some are voice recordings, some are touching the dead bodies, some of them are listening to the mockingbird robots talking. So it didn't feel like it was too much of a, oh, I'm just gonna walk around and read notes. I think getting chased by the monsters, there were some times where it was tense but good, but there were a couple times where it was a bit frustrating, like aboard the Curie. Every time I got knocked out and I didn't know where to go and I kept running into like the dead ends and the enemy would catch me because I was already in the red. That was annoying. I think for the most part the other ones were pretty fair. I think Theta, all the enemies there were pretty fair. Omicron, the enemies were pretty fair. The squid at the end was kind of annoying because I couldn't actually really escape from it. It just kind of randomly moved around and gobbled me up a couple times, which didn't really help the fact that I couldn't see what was going on because everything was like water currents and everything in my eyes, which is part of the experience, I guess. It added, that was probably one of the scarier sections because it actually made you feel like you were there, but also it was like, am I lost? Am I going the right direction? Where am I going? Like that stupid anglerfish that came out of nowhere and hit me was a little weird. I can see why people would recommend playing this game in safe mode. If people said you could it's still scary in safe mode, even though the enemies can't kill you, they could still like chase after you, they just kind of give up quickly and don't actually like catch you. But also when I was in Omega and that one monster like cornered me because I was stuck behind the whiteboard and it felt like I should be able to get out, but apparently the gap wasn't large enough and I was just stuck there and he was stuck there. We just kind of stared at each other for a while and then suddenly he grabbed me. So I could definitely see there's places for improvement, but for the most part I think the scares were pretty good. The way you see the message of the game, you are who you are in this moment for better or worse. That's an interesting way to put it, yeah. I think there's definitely like a lot of different like conclusions you can come to about this game and think about it. It could leave you with a different impression. This game definitely left an impression with me back in the day. Hey, it's Sengen! Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for dropping by. The level design was impressive. It seems like there's a whole lot you could do aesthetically with Undersea Lab with Tentacles, but every area had a unique flair. Yeah, the areas didn't look... Even though a lot of the areas looked similar, like I never found like I was completely lost. Because I kind of... Well, I mean, I'm pretty good at having like a mental map. I'm pretty good at directions. So I can kind of tell where I was and where it was, unless I was running from a creature and got disoriented. But they weren't too like maze-like. They didn't make it too difficult to navigate around. They made it fairly obvious where to go. There's a couple times where the button prompt for like a lever or a button didn't really appear on the screen, and I was kind of left going like, where do I press? Because the button didn't like show up for me to grab something or pick something up until like I tried a third time or like a fourth time. So that might have been... That could be an area of improvement. What else? I was gonna say, for the most part... Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I mentioned this a few times, but there's actually a number of creatures that chase you in this game. 2 of them are named, Ackers and... Oh no, 3 of them are named. Well, technically 2, but 3. Ackers chased me around. Ross didn't really chase me around, but he appeared. And then that enemy in Omega has a name, but I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. I don't even remember reading it in a log. It's like a Japanese name. I remember looking it up. Maybe the game doesn't really tell you. Maybe there's only 1 or 2 logs that actually tell you the name of the creature, but it wasn't completely obvious who was which creature and which creature was which. Like, I thought some of the other creatures had names, but apparently they're not. They're just generic enemies that look similar. Like, Ackers looked similar to the other enemies in Theta, but they all were distinct from each other still. It would have been nice if they gave some of the creatures a more proper introduction, so we could more easily match the name of the creature to the type of creature, maybe get a good look at it, because usually I'm running away from them, I'm not looking at them, because looking at them makes the screen blurry, and I don't really get a good look at the creature unless it catches me, and even that is fleeting. I wish we had a better look at some of the monsters, because, you know, they put effort into creating them and making them, so I would like to see even more of them. The undersea parts were kind of unique. There were a couple parts like Delta where I was a little bit stuck because I didn't know what to do right away. But for the most part, yeah, like the balance was pretty good in this game. I think it's just the right length too. It didn't outstay its welcome. It didn't feel like it was too short. Hey Sunflower, welcome to the stream. How have I been? I've been doing good. We just finished Soma, so I mean, I'm glad I want to play more horror games on my channel, but again, I said before, I'm kind of picky about horror games because it's not just about them being scary either. Like, I want them to have a good story and a meaning behind them too. So I have a list of prospective ones, but I don't want to go through... Like, I also want to know that what I'm getting into as well. I don't want... I mean, I said this before, but I'm familiar with a lot of horror games because I watch a lot of other people play horror games, but I don't really play them myself, usually, just because I find they don't have much replayability for me. And I'm not good at shooting games, which is usually the case, but except for Resident Evil 4, which is awesome. But, yeah, I have a running list of horror games I want to do in the future, but again, I don't want to just play any horror game I just pick up. But this one is a really special one. I think this is a good definition of the genre for me. Like, it's not as scary as, like, Outlast. I think Outlast is kind of, like, near the top of the scary list for things chasing you and, like, tension and, like, guts and gore stuff. But this game was less than Outlast, but it has the story and the heart behind it, and the philosophical tension and the transhumanism and all that stuff. So I really like this one. So I think it strikes a good balance. I think, like, usually if people ask me what kind of horror game I would recommend to them, I would give them Soma, or if they want something actiony, I guess Resident Evil 4, which I don't really count that as much of a horror because it's kind of more of an action game, but you kind of understand what I mean, right? But yeah, thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Thank you so much for sharing in the scares and the tension and the philosophical ideas behind it, processing what was going on, reacting to everything. It was really fun. I really like sharing games with you guys, especially when we could talk about the story and the plot, and what's happening. And I just love the feeling this game leaves you with. It leaves you with that empty feeling, and then you come to the credits and you feel a little bit better, but it still leaves that little, like, little thing chewing at the back of your mind, right? That kind of thing that leaves you thinking even after the game's over. That's really what I'm looking for here. Let's look at Twitch and see if anyone's ready for raid. Ooh, a bunch of people are streaming. Who have we not raided in a long time? Let's raid Amai. We haven't seen Amai stream in a while. She is doing art. She's an amazing artist, so go check her out. Stick around for a raid. Tomorrow, we are playing Aviary Attorney on my channel with Kieran. We're going to continue from where we left off last week, so stay tuned for Aviary Attorney, and please go check out Atelier Kieran when you have a chance. If you haven't already, make sure you follow him. Again, amazing friend, streamer, voice actor, singer, all around positive guy. Check him out. Tomorrow we're going to do Aviary Attorney. Wednesday is Blaze Blue. We're going to do more Blaze Blue Day. Friday, we're going to start Alice Madness Returns, which is another one of my favorite artistic games. I'm excited to play that with you guys. And then Umineko on the Saturday. All right, stick around for a raid. Thank you so much again for coming by, for the raids, for the follows, for the subs. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.